Hello guys, this is the master teacher Serene. You can just call me Teacher S, as my students call me. Teacher S is a self-directed young man who believes in doing right in life in order to get all the right things of life in the future. Things like health, you have it now, but you have to keep it to the future. Prosperity, abundance, a whole lot of money, and all these good things of life that you know. So today we're gonna make a video about the challenges that I'm facing in private tutoring in China. Most of us here are into teaching for money, yeah, and some have made it a profession, and some have become very passionate about it in the sense that it could be a lifetime goal now to make a school and make it bigger. In most part, like for the most part, the challenges that are faced in this business. First of all, I'd like to tell you one thing is that in that teaching industry, in the private tutoring, you can make an hour. The standard price in here in Beijing is 400 yuan, which is about $57 an hour. The good thing about it is that because it's a big city, you can collect as much as you want, and you just need now to get more students to enroll in your classes. Some of the challenges that we go through is that first is getting to get a community. At first, when I started my small business, I was working at a school as a full-time teacher, and then I decided to quit because I started to do some part-time jobs like those private tutoring, and I noticed that these things I was having some evening classes only, but it was making me almost the same that I was working full-time. So I decided to now do it more than to do my full-time job. So I went on with that. The problem is that when you get into collecting, like recruiting students or trying to get yourself known to the parents, it's a little bit difficult. My chance was because I worked as a full-time teacher and I had a good influence in on my students, and so the parents invited me to have private classes with their students, with their children. Then from these parents, I went on to have more parents that will talk to mouth talking, from parents to parents. And then I got to a point where I met multiple people. Then they were all interested in having now more classes, and then up until I created the whole community, I have a group of more than 300 parents now that that take my classes. And the thing is that it's continuing to grow. So this is the part that is very important, because for now I don't need a full-time job anymore, because anytime I can always find something to do, and there is even too much space. I cannot even have all the classes that I could take because the same slot. Yeah, so this is the first challenge that you could face. First, you might struggle a little bit to get your community, to get the parents, to get the students that will work with you for a long term, because it's not very stable sometimes. So first you need to work maybe from a normal school, because they already have they have a recruitment system, they have marketing, and they already have a name, yeah. So the second challenge that I'd like to share with you is, you get tired. You get tired after the day. At the end of the day, you get tired because if you have those kind of classes when you have a parent in this community, another parent in the other community, that is like 1 hour or 2 hours from each other, so you might have only 4 classes a day, but you get tired because of the traffic. All the traveling that you'll be doing around, it might get you stuck in a position where at the end of the day you feel very tired. This is also another challenge that you'll be facing. And to fix this situation, I will tell you more about the private tutoring challenges. The third, the third, the third is choosing a program. The good thing of the good thing is that you might have parents that will give you a chance to go for a demo, or if most of the time at first you might be taking some demos that are free, but you don't have to because some parents go according to your to your space, to your pace. So if you want them to be paying half of the tuition fees, they can accept that way as well, instead of asking them to take a free demo. So you can ask them, if the price is 400 per hour, they can pay 200 for the demo, and you go for it. But the thing is now how to keep them. You need to adjust to each kid, because each kid learn in a certain way, and they might not have the same motivations, and they might not enjoy the class the same way. Some of the parents, they don't know anything about teaching, so when they come in there, the only thing they are interested is the kid being happy. But also at the end of the day, if they ask the kid in Chinese what did the kid learn, if the kid is not able to learn anything from you, they might as well not come back the next time. So choosing the program is very difficult, because different kids currently I'm taking different levels, primary schools, kindergartens, even some adult classes. But definitely you have to adjust. Even if you go for kindergarten only, each kid has his own level, and the parents also have their own expectations. For the most part, most of the kids struggle the most with reading if it's kindergarten, and if it's primary school, they will learn probably writing. Kindergarten also go for speaking, so reading and speaking, so you can get some classes more. And for primary school students, you can go for writing and speaking. So yeah, more challenges to tell you about. Let me just grab it here. Yeah, confronting difficult parents in group classes. Yeah, like I told you before, that if you take in single classes, you might face this problem of having to travel all around, and then you get tired. So to fix this situation, you can now get group classes. You manage to arrange group classes in a sense that you will tell the parents that if you have students that have the same level, you can put them together, find a good location for them that can help all of them to come in there, and then all of them, instead of paying 400 per hour, now they can share the hours. If you go for 2 hours class, you let them pay maybe 80 or 100 per children. And if you have like 5 to 10 children per group, you're gonna make, you can start counting, you know so basically you will make more, and you will work less, in a sense that you will work less hours, maybe not less work. Yeah, so you can have group classes, but it happens that when you fix your price, maybe 100 per kid, the problem is that some parents might be, maybe one that has like a sort of strange behavior. She might want you to not be able to function properly. She will want you to reduce the maybe to 60 per hour, because you have a lot of students. So yeah, when you go with this kind of parents, it's a little bit tough. It's a little bit tough to survive, because I faced that. And the Chinese people, I'm talking about the Chinese experience here in China, here in Beijing. Most of them, they work in a community. If one parent refuses to cooperate, she can poison everyone, and then you can lose the class. So somehow they don't care. Like, these people, they are very, even if you are the teacher, they wouldn't care about you. As long as you're the foreigner, they're still gonna gather together to kind of convince themselves now to quit from you, because they will try and find a new teacher that can teach them with a lesser price. you know yeah. So the last one that I'm gonna tell you today, um, losing all the classes. Yeah, this is also one problem. When you work as a full-time teacher at a school that is already there existing, if you're not doing your own hustle, It's quite easy because you can't, even if the student don't come or if the class is stopped or whatever the stuff, holidays, you get paid. But in this industry here, in this business, you can make more than those making full-time jobs. Yes, if the market is good, if you have a community, if you have a lot of parents coming, and if you have a lot of classes every day. But it's also a problem that when there is a when there is a major like situation, like if you have few parents, for example, and they decide to go on holidays, you won't get paid for like 2 weeks. If you don't have many students, or if something happens, you have a problem like the group class I told you now, one parent doesn't want to pay um, too much money, she will want to reduce the price, and if you refuse, they might all run away. And if you only had that one too, they will cancel the class, and before you get the new group, you you might not be working. So anytime the classes can stop as well, because especially if you see from the start, anytime you can start and then 1 month after or 2 months after they stop the class. So yeah, this thing is not very stable. At least when you work a full time, you have a contract of 1 year, but with this business you can lose all the classes at any time. So that's why the bigger community you have, the better reliable parents that you have, the more you can survive in this. But definitely you will make more, and work less in this business. I hope this was helpful to you. Goodbye and see you again.